You know how every single company wants RTO now? And they were saying it was for better collaboration, productivity, innovation, all those buzzwords? Well, it turns out everyone is just admitting it was a lie to lay people off. And as more companies are realizing that, it's just a whole lot cheaper to not pay people severance and to make their job really annoying to the point where they want to quit. I call it the great RTO flip-flop. Because at first, companies were like, wow, this is amazing. Productivity is so much higher. And then all of a sudden, studies were saying, oh, productivity might not be as high. People are using mouse movers. Then all of a sudden, they want you to come back into the office if you want. Just optional for now. And now it's just a couple days a week. And now it's 5 days a week. Mandatory. It's official. RTO mandates are driving workers to leave their jobs and helping employers avoid layoffs. Keeps it cheap for them. From Fortune.com here, bosses admit they're using RTO to trim down teams without needing to announce layoffs. A survey of 849 managers revealed 3 in 10 companies will require you to be in the office 5 days a week, driven by corporate shifts and new regulations. And then just a few days ago, Microsoft said everyone's got to come back at least 3 days a week. But don't worry, because the executive vice president and chief people officer assured employees in a memo, this update is not about reducing headcount. It's about working together in a way that enables us to meet our customer needs. For sure, Microsoft, your customer needs have been doing great over the past few years. And all of this comes after Microsoft has already let go a bunch of people this year. Now, I bet they're doing the same thing as all the other companies where they just say you got to come in 3 days a week. And then in a couple months from now, it'll be, hey, everybody's got to come in 5 days a week. Customer needs and stuff. It's not about reducing headcount. Sorry if you quit, though. It's cheaper for us. This is my favorite article because it says, for the first time since COVID, more than half of Fortune 100 desk workers are mandated to fully return to work. I love how it's phrased, as if they weren't fully working when they're not at the office. All of a sudden, human productivity is very important to these big companies now because AI is here. And they need you human workers to work at these companies just long enough to replace you by AI in the AI race. Now, Google here says that remote workers have to live within 50 miles of an office and show up 3 days a week. And the only reason they give here is, as we've said before, in-person collaboration is an important part of how we innovate and solve complex problems. Efficiency has become the name of the game while companies look to fire people and save money while increasingly automating those people they fired into workflows. Next read, I was called back to my office. What do you mean called back? Like it's some religious duty. My family has had to adjust, but I trust the company. This feels like an actual meme. Few workers are quitting right now. These people share why they did it anyways. Because they found another job, because their current job was too toxic. I mean, great. Some companies like AT&T actually have an attendance policy to find what they call freeloaders. But apparently the system is so strict, it's just making all of the workers annoyed. Now, internally at AT&T, it's called presence reporting. Got to log 8 hours a day, 5 days a week on site. Oh, look, it's Mr. Stanky again. Something stank. Apparently they analyze patterns of behaviors from broad cohorts. What does that mean? How are they tracking you? Who knows? Gotta love the corporate word vomit. Mr. Stanky said that an individual's data must differ significantly from their peers before their name is attached to their behavior. What sort of behavior is being watched? Apparently, people were struggling just to go to doctor's appointments without making the system flag them. AT&T CEO isn't sure why his corporate memo went viral, but he says it spurred the right kind of dialogue. But how's RTO treating you? Are you still able to work from home full time? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, subscribe to see me call out more corporate nonsense like this. And if you have anything you'd like me to showcase on the channel, you can email me, Instagram, Discord, however you like to do it. The links for all of that are down in the description. But having said all that, I hope everyone is doing really well, and I'll see you in the next one.